Hello, we are here today to talk about the struggles of those under pressure of deportation and propose a law/amendment to protect them and give them the brighter future that they came here for. We propose that those who are currently under the protection of DACA receive their residency here, even if DACA was to be ended. 610,000 people that are in DACA currently reside in the U.S., according to the U.S. CIS.
On October 31st, 2022, a change was implemented for first-time DACA applications. They would be accepted but not processed. DACA renewals would still be accepted and processed. These renewals would grant the applicant 2 years of protection from deportation and a 2-year valid work permit. It would not grant the applicant legal residency, which would leave them subject to a variety of issues, including possible harassment. Without legal residency, they are not classified as being protected by the Fourth Amendment, meaning their presence is probable cause for searches. Without proper protection, they are at risk, and that is what this project aims to change for the better. We propose that DACA recipients are identified and subsequently granted legal residency in the United States. Those who are eligible for deportation should first be investigated for any connection to DACA, and if they are connected to DACA, they should be acquitted and granted the same status of legal residency. These changes will be funded by DACA recipients' taxes. Here we have some opinions from experts and non-experts alike.
Because they've assimilated themselves to the United States American society, and they are essentially American outside of where they were born. They are assets to the United States. You have to demonstrate that you have attended or are in attendance of school. You have to demonstrate that you haven't been charged or convicted of any crimes.
I think the concerns about DACA, there's a few. One is that it is illegal to give a temporary work status and agree not to remove people who are in violation of our immigration laws. So that's one argument. And the argument is Congress should either legislate or DACA is illegal. Another critique is that if we legalize the status of people that are not legal, that will incentivize future unlawful immigration.
Another reason for supporting DACA recipients to remain in the U.S. is that they are still required to pay taxes. While paying billions of dollars in taxes, they don't expend much money from the U.S. DACA recipients do not drain federal resources, are not eligible for medical care, and are not eligible for financial aid. The Center for American Progress estimated in 2021 that DACA recipients annually pay $6.2 billion in federal taxes. They also contribute $3.3 billion in state and local taxes. This also ignores basic finances such as mortgage and rent. Deporting DACA recipients will result in a net loss to the country's finances.
They contribute to the economy in terms of tax dollars. Many of them are employed and earning wages, and they're paying local, state, and federal taxes. So that's a clear contribution to the economy. Also, they are filling essential services that we need. And I think this was really demonstrated during the pandemic when we started to see just how many DACA recipients are in healthcare.
There are too few of them.
This is a great country. It's America for Americans. If you want to come in, you should come in the right way.
I think DACA is a benefit. We're a nation of immigrants.
This has always been a place for any immigrant to come to.
Dreamers have taught children in our nation's classrooms, dazzled audiences at world-class music venues like Carnegie Hall, fought in American wars, and have started American businesses. During the past year, as our nation was ravaged by a pandemic, and we were cheering on the healthcare heroes who risked their lives for us every minute of every day, dreamers were saving American lives. According to the classification used by President Trump, more than 200,000 DACA recipients are essential, critical infrastructure workers.
Immigration and the U.S. economy are often seen as opposing figures. Many people oppose immigrants for fear of their capabilities. As of November 2022, the unemployment rate is 3.7%. As of the 2022 census, the population of Wyoming is 580,000. There are over 610,000 people living in the U.S. who are under DACA. That is 30,000 more than the population of Wyoming. Deporting them will result in a loss in the labor force, according to the FWD.US. The DACA population has been productive in the U.S., with 77% in the labor force and 44% of DACA recipients with a college degree. Addressing the concerns of those who wish to become citizens of our country is an important responsibility that has always been apparent. Ending DACA would send children and teens who were brought here at a young age back to a world that they do not know. The DACA recipients have no legal residency. Without future reform, DACA is at risk.